Okay, it's early morning here in Seattle, and if you're wondering why I'm in Seattle, it's because today is the grand opening for Line 2.
Okay, so I know what you're probably thinking. Why am I making a Line 2 grand opening video when the Linwood extension for Line 1 opens today? Well, the truth is I've had a lot of life changes recently, and it's made it really difficult to make videos for the channel. I make videos on this channel as a hobby and not as an intended career path, so unfortunately this did have to take the back burner for the last couple months. But I already have a lot of videos I recorded and I need to edit those, so I need extra time to get those done. But with this particular video, I wanted to get it out before the Linwood extension opens just because it feels like it would be very out of place to do it afterwards. So I hope you can bear with me and enjoy the video.
Now, today time and weather isn't really on my side, so I think I'm going to swap over to VO to explain what's happening.
So a little background on the Seattle Link light rail system, which basically acts as a Seattle subway, used to only be one line formerly known as Central Link, and it began operations back in 2009 and slowly began expanding up and down the I-5 corridor. But in recent years, we've seen the push for greater expansion of the Link light rail system, and Sound Transit is now delivering, with the eventual goal of creating an inter-county network with 4 separate rail lines. While I won't go too much into the history of Sound Transit or the projects that they're currently working on, there are some great YouTube videos and vlogs that focus on this stuff. One of my favorites being Peter Dibble, who made an entire documentary on the Seattle monorail, and The Urbanist, who runs an entire blog dedicated to Seattle and its infrastructure. But right now, we're seeing some of the biggest progress that we've seen in years for the expansion of the Link light rail network. We're seeing the first phase of Line 2, which connects Redmond to Bellevue. But it won't end there. Eventually, the line will connect up to downtown Redmond and will go into Seattle as well as Linwood, with the eventual goal as going as far as Everett. These expansions, along with the new Line 3 and Line 4 that are expected to be constructed in the future, are going to be huge for Seattle. So I'm glad I'm here today to witness one of the first steps in achieving that goal. But first, we have to make our way over to downtown Bellevue because the first section of Line 2 does not run to Seattle yet, and we get there by taking the 550 bus, which is eventually going to be replaced by this line. Arriving at downtown Bellevue station, I was actually surprised to see how much was actually going on. The scale of this event was truly massive, with a bunch of tents and hundreds of people in attendance. The experience felt really different compared to a lot of the grand openings and events that I've been to on the East Coast. This felt a whole lot more than an event, but like a celebration. And you even had people from different walks of life come to show their support for this project. And most of these tent stations were operated by local businesses, organizations, and corporations that are located within the area. A lot of them are also giving out free goodies and merch related to the two-line grand opening. My absolute favorite one being the special edition Orca card and the themed tote bags. But the main thing that got everyone hyped for was the scavenger hunt. If you visited every station and got your poster stamped, you would receive a free 2-line hat. So we waited for everyone to give their speeches while the trains were getting into place. And soon enough, before we knew it, the ribbon was cut and the doors were open. And the mob of excited people started going down the stairs to board the number 2 train for the first time ever, as a band played off in the distance as the first passengers were boarding.
The train will be about 10 minutes. If you want to wait, it's pretty crowded. This one's going around the
And as the last people started boarding the train, we got ready for our proper send-off.
Next stop, Wilburton. This is the 2 line.
Let's go! It's still Wilburton. Wilburton. Is it Wilburton? Exactly. Yes. Japanese. See, I played the right card.
Now entering Redmond Technology. This is the 2 line. This is the last stop. All passengers must exit the train.
Like the signs that say Redmond, they didn't screw up the sign. They're really easy. Okay, I'm going then.
Alright, so let's take a look at all the stations here on the line now that I made it to Redmond Technology. This is the first station, and as you can see, it's a pretty simple island platform. There's not much going on here because I've seen some of the other stations and they look a lot more elaborate. But this is a pretty simple design for entrance and exiting. We just go through this path back here and just walk across the tracks. Right over there. Let's see what those people are doing.
But then I quickly realized the scope of this station is much bigger than I initially thought.
I'm on the overpass bridge, and this is amazing. The design was all paid for by Microsoft, and as you can see, there's both a pedestrian side and a bike side. It's covered, has green space, and it connects both halves of the campus over the highway. But more importantly, it also connects to the new Redmond Technology Station.
From the connection down below, you can really see the scope of how long that bridge is. From here, I can really only show you half the bridge as the other half goes over the highway. And I believe this whole bridge was actually paid for by Microsoft, and that's a huge win for the community. And just like in Bellevue, there was a ton of activity going on here in Redmond Technology. Another great thing about this station in particular is the fact that it also has Sound Transit bus connections to Seattle and the University District, with the new bridge making it easier to get to. The station is also only steps away from the future bus loop. But today, the bus loop is being used as part of the celebration that's going on here today, so we're seeing a lot of people and food trucks giving out free food. Being so close to both Microsoft and Nintendo, which is just further up the road, they made a couple stalls just specifically for them, promoting the 2 line with their mascots.
And they're providing free refreshments here, just ice cold water for everyone so they can stay hydrated. That's really generous of them because in a lot of events you don't really get stuff like this. So interestingly enough, Microsoft is also giving out a commemorative card with their logo, but it's just a normal card. So here are the 2 passes they gave me so far. The top one is a free day pass from Microsoft. It is just a regular card, but the bottom one, the more interesting one, that's actually a special Line 2 edition card from Amazon, and they only give you $5 on that, but I'm glad to have the card because I was hoping they had a special card for today.
With the rain picking up, I somehow forgot to record me getting the stamp at Redmond Technology, but I'll do that at the other stations. As more and more people were arriving at Richmond Technology Station, I thought it was time for me to leave and start checking out the other stations.
Nothing says Seattle more than a rainy day, but wow, it's incredible to see how many people are here, especially with how much it's raining. Like, there is a lot of rain falling right now, and it is not stopping the crowd. It is still getting bigger, so I'm glad to see so many people excited for transit. Yeah, the last train just left, but this train is already full, which is crazy. There's so many people riding today, and everyone wants to experience Line 2. So hopefully I can get on a train and get to the next station quick. Also, push buttons. Yeah, I love these. Alright, I'm at Overlake Village and it is incredibly crowded here right now. Still a lot of people trying to get on a train and they're not very successful. It is that busy right now. But let's check out the station and see what's here. So this is actually probably the simplest station where it's just 2 side platforms, a small shelter, and not much going on. There is a lot of tents. So we can check out, see if there's anything interesting we can get. And there's an overpass back there, which I'll show you a bit later. There are a lot of local restaurants in this area today. The local community police and fire departments are here. So I guess they're just showing people what's available here. I got some stickers for my Orca card, so I know which one is which now. And what else do we got here? We got some more community events. All right, time to get stamp number 3. Hey, I got mine. Oh,
Oh, no worries.
sorry, slipped out of my hand. Thank you. So here at this station, we got this cool little spiral overpass. So that ramp is actually a spiral, so they don't have to do an elevator. And you can take the stairs in between. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna go up it because I do want to catch the next train, but yeah. I think this station is pretty simple, pretty cool. So the interesting thing about this station is that there are physical crossing gates that you have to open in order to cross the tracks. And I guess that adds a layer of protection, but yeah, I think this might be the only station that has it.
And after the brief visit to Overland Park, it was time for me to keep moving because there were 6 more stations for me to visit. And if I wanted any chance of winning the prize by the end of the day, I had to visit all of the stations before 4 p.m. And as the packed train filled with excited people left the station, it was time for me to explore Bel-Red station.
Alright, I'm at Bel-Red. This is another small station with only 2 side platforms. But there's a lot more transit-oriented development here. There are actual buildings right around the station, and there's a new one being built right across from the station as well. So when this building opens up, people can easily commute from this station. And honestly, that's a great win for this neighborhood. It says trains have been every 10 minutes today, but I think they've been a little bit more frequent just because of the number of passengers that have been riding. So that's pretty good. Just like all the other stations, we got more local food. This one actually has live music, which is kind of nice. And let's see what else we can find. Maybe we can get some goodies. And I think I found the stamp. Hello. Yeah, of course. Got one more stamp. Hello. All right, thank you. There we go. Thank you. All right, that is 4 of the 8 stations.
I can't wait to catch
Welcome to the Spring District station. So this one is a pretty impressive station compared to all the other ones we've seen so far. It's partially underground in like a cut and cover kind of method. And there are actually 2 elevators and as well as an escalator on each side. So this one is developed for higher capacity, and this is probably expected to be a busy station. I also like the trend where a lot of the people from the south are coming with the green colored bags, while people coming from the north have the beige bags, because every station has its own little goodies that they're giving out. So what you have depends on what stations you've hit. Also, look at that cute dog over there. He agrees. All right, I found the stamping station. It's time to get my, I don't even know what it is. Oh wow, there's a big line here. I'd say this station is the most developed outside of Bellevue, but there's actually the least going out here. Yeah, there's not much going on in this station compared to all the other ones, but it is a much more well-developed station. There's a lot more housing here, and I can see this one becoming a lot busier over time. And they even rolled out the red carpet at this station, so that's pretty cool.
Have a good day. Safe travels.
Hello.
Let's make them see in 3 lines. So people are gonna,
Yeah.
I don't know how to hello, thank
I
you.
don't know if we have the badging. I'm just gonna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. That means I only have 3 more stations left. There's a giant number 2 for the number 2 line. I love that. I hope this is permanent. Oh wait, nope. There is something for this station. It's just not at the station. It's actually a lot further away. All right, there's the fare for this station. It is really far from the station. I don't know why it's all the way over there, but I am definitely gonna go back. And I think this one's sponsored by Meadow, so I definitely want to go back. This station is actually really well developed with 2 station buildings here. One for trains going south, and then the other one over there for trains going north.
And looking around the station building, we see cheesy puns that are indeed cheesy.
So all thanks to our corporate overlords.
But for my mission to visit every station today and get in line for my 2-line hat, it's time for me to head over to the next station.
And we get to see downtown Bellevue again. This station is actually just on the other side of the highway from downtown Bellevue. So just like the last station, this one is also pretty well built. This one is Wilburton, and it's an island platform that is elevated, and it's elevated quite high. If you look across, it's maybe a good 50 feet above the street from here. So yeah, it's kind of like SeaTac Airport. That's what it reminds me of. And here comes the northbound train. So this station is so close to the next station and high up that we can actually just follow this train all the way to Bellevue Station. And that's where we actually started today, and that's where they had the grand opening ceremony. Interestingly enough, it seems like this station actually sits on a valley, so everything around it is actually roughly higher than where the station is, but the station at this location is significantly higher than everything around it. But while we're here, let's worry about this station. There are elevators in the center of the platform. Seems like there's only one, but that's not a big issue. There's also a covered waiting room here, so that's nice. And at the back of the station, there's, a second elevator. I thought that was going to be an escalator, but apparently not. Yeah, but there's also another staircase over there. So this is a pretty well-built station compared to a lot of the other ones. Take the elevator down.
Attention passengers, if you are traveling with luggage,
we're on the platform.
Going down.
or strollers,
All
please
right.
use the elevator when traveling.
Something smells really good here, and I'm hungry. But I have no idea where it's coming from. It might be this restaurant right here at the pump house, but I don't know. Let's investigate. Oh, they're giving out free bike helmets at this station, which is awesome. I'm flying out of here tomorrow morning, so I think a bike helmet is not something I want to grab with me. But there are the colored bags that they were giving away earlier. So that's where everyone from the south was getting it. Let's see if we can find the station where we get our stamp. I think it's straight ahead. All right, time to get the stamp. Yep.
Get you all stamped up.
Yeah, only got 2 more stations left.
There you go. Have fun on the light rail today.
Thank you. Yep. This station also has an escalator, which is awesome. Just because you are going pretty high up from the ground. And I think there's an overpass that might be connected to the back of the station. I'm not exactly sure how to get there, but I don't think it's open yet based on the ladders and construction hoardings that are there. And wow, just in time for the next train.
So at South Bellevue, something that's really cool is the fact that there is a back exit that is accessible with an elevator, and then you have the main exit up there, which has elevator and escalator access. So this is the station that is going to be the main station for Line 2 right now, and it should be able to hold quite a lot of people. The platform is nice and wide. It's fully accessible, and the other side of the station connects to the bus terminal for downtown Bellevue. Now that all the crowds surrounding downtown Bellevue are gone, it's easier for me to see what else is around the station, like this cool custom-built Lego train set. And from here, you can also get a great view of Wilburton Station. And just like the Spring District station, there's also a giant 2-line logo as well. But most importantly, I realized this was the station where they were giving everyone the 2-line hats. And
so I just found out they're gonna wrap up at 4, so I want to actually hit the last 2 stations before then so I can get my hat. I'm gonna hurry on, get on the train. I might do the next 2 stations quick. Alright, this is East Main. It's a pretty simple and basic station. I'm just gonna go look for the stamp and then head out. The station is also pretty bare bones like a lot of the other stations we saw up north. And oh, it has the push to exit crossing barriers. Yeah, this one's open for me, but you should always look in both directions when you cross. All right, I haven't got 2 more left.
Nice.
Thank you. All right. Again, aside from the tunnel which is behind me, that's actually pretty cool for this station. There isn't really much going on here.
To security or transit employees.
But after this station, there is only 1 left, and then we are racing back to Bellevue.
This is the
Excuse me, sorry. So we are at South Bellevue. This is also a big park and ride station. For the most part, it's also going to be a bus connecting point in the future. So it explains why this station is so overbuilt. We got escalators, stairs, elevators, everything here. But right now I need to get my stamp and head back to downtown Bellevue if I want to get the hat. Okay, just gotta get it stamped, the last one. And then my brake exploded. Thank you. All right, back on the train. Sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Whoa!
I'm hoping they still have hats. I don't even see a line anymore. Do you guys still have hats? No! So I am out of luck. They ran out of hats just before I got back there. So yeah, no hat for me, which sucks, but still gonna go check out the last station. I got a lot of cool goodies and I mainly was here for the stickers. Maybe a pin or two. If I could still get a pin, I think they still might have.
Even though I was upset that I lost out on the 2-line hat, overall I have to say it was an amazing grand opening event. I've never in my life seen a public transit grand opening with so much enthusiasm and public support throughout the region. This really makes me hopeful for Sound Transit and the future projects that are being completed soon. And with the rapid expansion of the Link light rail network, it's going to be amazing to see the transformation of the Seattle metro area. While I won't be in town for the Linwood extension of Line 1, I hope I could be there when Line 2 finally connects to Seattle. And with that being said, thanks for watching.